Hey guys, today we're going to test out some good old Chinese RAM. And what RAM are we going to test out today? Here it is. Wait, let me zoom in a bit and that's better. This is the Chinese RAM and it's called Artemita. It's 16 gigabytes, PC4 3200, and as you can tell, it's laptop RAM assembled in China. Nothing at the back except maybe a date of manufacturer, which is August 2015, and it looks pretty sleek. Here's a closer look again and it's pretty nice. And wow, let's open it up. Now we have a clear look at the RAM right now, and I do not know if the camera does justice, but it looks really good. And a neat trick I picked up is if you count the chips here, you'll find it corresponds to the amount of memory that the RAM has. And as you can see, 8 chips at the front. And just wow, just look at that thing. It looks so sleek with the black color and almost carbon fiber look. And the fact that it was so cheap just makes it even better. So nice, just clean. Wow. So 8 chips at the front, and at the back you find another 8 chips, which corresponds to the RAM size of 16 GB. So 8 at the front, 8 at the back, and it's a small partition at the middle, which is a small gap. You really have to zoom in to see, but all in all it looks pretty cool. And that's a nice trick you can carry forward. You can count the chips, but it doesn't work all the time because some chips can be lower capacity, like 2 gigabytes. You get a split of I think 128 or 256, something like that, and it's not really reliable. Okay, let me put it now down so we can install it inside the laptop. And so here is the laptop we are going to work with, and it's a Lenovo IdeaPad Yoga 5101 ISK, which is pretty decent, but it has an i3, so that's going to be a huge bottleneck to the RAM, as it's an underpowered CPU with a high amount of RAM. And here's the packaging of the RAM, which they describe as used RAM, but in parentheses they describe it as new, so thank goodness for that. Let's zoom in here a bit. As you can see, it's labeled ATA new, which I believe it's an short form of the Artemita, so they call it ATA new. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here, and it's barely even a gram. It's 0.01 kilograms, which is really tiny. And yeah, that's pretty much it here from the packaging that it came with. Pretty cool. Now back to the laptop, and it's time to begin. I really like this laptop despite its age. It served me well and I have no complaints despite using it for years with the 4 gigabytes of RAM and the i3. It's decent. I don't know how I managed with a hard disk. So crazy. Here's the tool set we're going to use, which I even bought on AliExpress for like $8 I think, or not even 8, I think it was 5 or something. I'll just put it on screen. It comes with all these screws, which is so insane, and for the price it's really cheap. This thing has served me well. I've taken my laptop out with this. I've done a lot of things with it. I can't even complain. It's really cool. Now time to flip it. And there we have the bottom shell, really worn out, beaten up for years from 2016 up to now. almost a decade and it's still kicking. Really cool stuff. Let me now flip it back at the front. Okay, not really at the front end. You can see I even have some missing screws here. Really crazy stuff. This thing is worn out. I really need to replace it. Almost every single screw is missing, besides I think 2. So we're going to use this screwdriver, which is just a regular Phillips screw. Nothing too crazy like a pentalobe for the iPhone and anything too absurd. It's really straightforward. So let me begin. Let me just focus. And now I can begin taking off the bottom shell. And we are done. So it was basically those 2 screws. Now let me just pry off the bottom, which is not even really that complex. Just pop it off. This one is not really unscrewed. Let me just tighten it out. Sorry, let me just loosen it out. And some more prying, more and more prying, and we are done. I really like the design of this laptop. It's really slim, and besides the case, which is so weak, I have really no complaints. The bottom case really screwed me up because I've replaced it I think 2 times now, but all in all, wow, just look at that. So slim, so lightweight and easy to just use. I really like it. Wow, what else is there to say really? Now here's where we're going to work. The RAM is under this heat shield. I don't know if it's a heat shield or something, I don't know. Let's just say a metal plate. There's the RAM, which is actually 8 gigabytes, 4 at the bottom and another 4 at the front, so a total of 8. Here it is for a closer look. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. And you can see it's an SK Hynix 8GB, and it's actually a pretty cool RAM. I really liked it, no complaints, and it worked awesome. It really served me well, but I needed more RAM. You can see the board is listed for 2016. Pretty old, almost a decade old. Here are the RAMs. You can clearly tell the difference. One looks way better than the other, especially the new RAM, the 16GB one. Despite it being a Chinese RAM, it looks great. Really cool. Now let me just put it in, and I'm going to put the longer side to the right, so I'm going to align it so that it doesn't break as I try to put it in. And click it in. Nice, it's held firmly in place. Now I'm going to put the shield back. We just align it properly. There's some small clips at the bottom which are pretty worn out. I need to tighten them up, which I'll do after putting it right in place. So I'm going to take a plastic, I think it's called a spudger, and I'm going to try and tighten up those clips. I'm tightening it up. Now it's pretty tight and it's holding nicely in place. Let me just finish up there. And now we're done. And as you could tell, it has one speaker because I accidentally stabbed the other one and destroyed it, so I removed it. And this has been the only one kicking, which just annoyed me, and I was blown away to check the prices and I regretted immediately. These things are expensive, but I have replaced them recently, so it's pretty okay now. It's pretty okay. Now I have stereo speakers. So now let's put the old RAM somewhere safe and close everything up. Here's the damage which happened across the shell, which is a small crack which actually happened quite a lot despite not dropping it. This is actually the latest case that I've bought. I've not bought it and I've tried my best to take care of it the best I can, but the feet came off, the screws got lost. The screws I can take fault, but the feet are really easy to replace. They're not durable and they just come off easily. It's pretty worn out. You can see the marks on there, the missing screws. It's in really bad condition. All in all, it's time to boot it to see if it works and to make sure that it actually boots up. And it works. It actually boots up. Everything seems to be going well and everything seems almost normal. Let's just wait, and we're now the lock screen. Let me just log in for a bit, type it in so you guys can see, and we're in the desktop. That was quite fast, and it's because I have an SSD and the RAM really helps too. So we're pretty much done. We've confirmed that everything works and everything boots up. Time to check out the RAM capacity to make sure that it's actually 16 gigabytes. Let's head to settings, scroll down, up to my system and about PC. And there you have it, 16 gigabytes, and the bottleneck, which is the i3-6006U, which is a pretty underpowered CPU, but it gets the job done. So I don't know, it's that it works, and I'm pretty satisfied. Even though it's an i3, I'm pretty happy with it because it does the job well. And here I have the ThinkPad, which I normally use on the daily, and it's even what I'm using to edit this video. And as you can see, it has a much lower, or it has a slightly lower RAM. You just see it in a bit. So 12 gigabytes of RAM and an i7-4900MQ, which is pretty overpowered. So it actually specs out much better than the 6th gen, while the ThinkPad is actually a 4th gen, which is just insane to think about. But all in all, I'm pretty happy because I'll be using the ThinkPad at home mostly, while the IdeaPad, this one that I've input the new RAM, I'm going to use it on the move because it's much lighter than carrying a whole ThinkPad. So basically the ThinkPad will be a desktop replacement, while the IdeaPad becomes my laptop basically. So that's pretty much it. Everything works great. I'm happy. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, which you can watch up here, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.